Assalamu alaikum. I just wanted to give you my quick analysis for what's going on in the markets and the recent turmoil, especially for those of you who are following my crypto or stock portfolios and wondering what my thoughts are on the recent price declines that we've seen across the board, really. The Federal Reserve, which is the body responsible for setting monetary policy in the United States, has a mandate. And this mandate is to promote the goals of maximum employment, stable prices, and moderate long-term interest rates. The stable prices part of their mandate means low inflation. So when prices are not stable, which they haven't been, they've been rising at an alarming rate, people responsible for setting the Federal Reserve's policy can get fired. So there is a lot of determination to get prices back to being stable. One of the main tools the Federal Reserve has to do this is to raise interest rates. This has the effect of sucking money out of the system and putting it on the sidelines since it's both more expensive to borrow and it's more profitable to save. This causes stock prices to fall when interest rates are expected to go up. There's also the issue of investors who borrow money to invest in the market. These people or institutions will have to reduce the amount of their debts because borrowing is expected to become more expensive. So these reasons, along with many others, cause many stocks and speculative assets, think cryptocurrency, to fall in price in response to news of an interest rate hike. As you probably have heard by now, the Federal Reserve has made clear through its comments that it will raise interest rates this year, probably 4 different times and for at least a total of 1 percentage point, and maybe even more. This is the primary reason why stocks, growth stocks in particular, as well as cryptos, have been in free fall. It's worth mentioning here that no interest rate hikes or economic fundamentals have actually changed yet. Only the expectation that they will change in the future has become more pronounced, and the stock market is prepping for this. There are 3 ways to deal with these types of situations. You either sell your holdings and sit on the sideline, or you buy the dip and keep buying while it keeps dipping, and or you rotate to less risky assets that maybe don't have as much upside but aren't really at risk of falling that much. Personally, I like to do a little bit of all of these approaches. When you have a time horizon of 2 to 3 years, you can afford to do this. Now, you may be saying, well, if you know that prices are going to fall even further, isn't it better to just sell everything and sit on the sidelines? Well, if you absolutely know this, then yes, that would make a lot of sense. However, the market has a habit of humbling those who think they absolutely know the future. That said, since it seems probable that there is more downside in the near term, if you've been following my portfolios, you'll notice that I've stopped adding more money to my crypto portfolios. In fact, the last time I added money was December 22nd. I have shuffled positions around in my crypto portfolio because the crypto space, being as dynamic as it is, there is a relatively constant need to make sure you are not exposed to projects that are being beaten by new competition. You'll also notice that I reduce the aggressiveness of buying more stocks. When I feel like things are close to bottoming out, I will pick up my aggressiveness again, inshallah. But I continue to make purchases of different stocks. I'm just not as aggressive as I used to be. I do suspect that the first quarter, especially of 2022, will be rough, and this will probably extend to the second quarter of 2022, but I think the second half of 2022, so quarters 3 and 4, will likely be decent in terms of their performance. I will let you know as my analysis changes. I just wanted to give you this quick update in the meantime. To follow my portfolios, you can become a member. Link to do so is in the description of this video. Like and subscribe. Take care of yourself. Assalamu alaikum and peace be upon you all.